ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairing on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on us, flaring on us. Yeah, we Ric Flairing on us, flaring on us. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Ric Flairing, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death. I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. One eye open like Betty Wops and find to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders, trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairing on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairing on us, flaring on us. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, Black Sun, we ain't nothing like them other guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairing on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairing on us, flaring on us.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phase, yeah, Bubba C, yeah, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing, son up, baby.
Hey, yo, Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's Backpack Capital One. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the swag, pull up where you at. No cap if the Brody is speaking the soft facts. My advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeant is with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he offered the least. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walk it, cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
What is going on, everybody? Happy Thursday. You already know what it is. Your boy Scotty back with another one. Hey, man, I've been waiting. Like, it's been sitting over there for like 3 weeks, and I've been trying to find an opportunity to wear this thing, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna throw it on today. I'm just feeling it. Just how I'm feeling. Just how I'm feeling today. You got that velour, you know what I'm saying? Got that soft and velvet. So that's what we got going on today. Listen, I don't think we're going to be here for a long time, but we're going to have a good time today. A little quick midday show. You already know what it is. Shout out to everybody in the chat. You already know we on one. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. If you're at work, kicking at the crib, working from home, you already know what it is, man. But we in here. Just a few topics, and we're going to get up out of here. Listen, I'm going to say this before I get started. The Miles and Benedict game, I'm going to have to set me up a time to watch that because I talked to Smash about a couple weeks ago. He came out to the house and he was like, yo, Scotty, for real, I can see how Alabama State lost to Miles. And I was like, what you mean? He's like, man, that had to be the biggest Division II team I have ever seen in my life. He's like, Bama just getting off the bus, 6'3", 6'4", 6'5". He was like, I don't know where he finding these Bamas, but they are humongous. So I'm pretty interested to see what that looks like between Benedict and Miles and see if Benedict just keeps rolling the way they have been. Because I'm going to tell you straight up, I don't think nobody wants to see Benedict right now. I don't give a damn if you were SWAC. I think the only teams in the SWAC that really could probably really hang with Benedict, like put them in a D2 place is probably like FAMU. That's all I got. I mean, like Grambling probably could score with them. I think Jackson might be like a 17-14 type of game. I'm talking about like really put a whooping to Benedict, like being in the Division II. And I don't think most teams, like I'm being honest, I don't think most teams want to see Benedict right now. They just rolling. They just absolutely rolling. But yeah, I think that's going to be a really great game. So if anybody looking into D2 football, you definitely want to tune in today. I mean, on Saturday, Miles and Benedict, the big dogs, coming at each other to make that happen. You know what I'm saying? But all right, let's get into it today. If you haven't heard, the NCAA, as they always do, they come out with new rules, right? Got a new transfer portal rule. It says D1 Council approved changes to transfer windows in all sports to 45 days, including football, 45 days, 30 days after the season, and 15 days in the spring season. So what that means is you have 30 days to put your name in the portal. Now, however long you're in that mug, you just in that mug, right? But you got 30 days to put your name into the portal. So what I've seen this all over Twitter, and a lot of people from the FBS ranks are calling this the Dion rule. I'm not going that far. I don't think Dion has changed the game that much. I mean, because everybody's using the transfer portal in their own way and benefit, right? So I'm not going to say that. But I will say this, because what I think it was before is like you had a time during April, you had a time in December, and it was just a lot of free reign. And I think what the NCAA is trying to do is manage the freedom that they have empowered the players, right? I'm cool with it because you still get the opportunity to do what's best for you, right? So make the decision. If you want to leave. That's what the portal is all about. That's what it's there for, your freedom empowerment for a player, right? So you don't have to feel beholden to the coach or the program saying, I got to stay here, I got to do this, I got to do that. So listen, as long as the portal is open and the portal is available to you, take it to whatever benefit of greatness, because the grass ain't always greener, and sometimes the grass is greener. Right? We could use examples from HBCU kids going to FBS that have been good and bad. And you've had FBS players going down to FCS programs, which has been good and bad. So you can't say in one particular way, is this good or bad for college football? I do think that it holds players accountable so they can't just be lollygagging in programs of like, oh, I'm going to just wait here. And nah, man, make a decision, bro. Make a decision. All right, make a decision. You're going to be here or you're going to dip. What's it to you? So, listen, that's what the NCAA does. They make rules. It is what it is. It's more to benefit Dabo Sweeting and his stubborn behind. Listen, if it was up to Dabo Sweeting, there will be no transfer portal. If it was up to Dabo, there would be no transfer portal. There would be no NIL. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. Listen, it's like once you open Pandora's box, you just have to figure out how to live in it now. You cannot put the spilled milk back in the carton. All right, you got to learn how to live in it now. And that's the thing for me is that the Dabos and those coaches that are so against the transfer portal, you now have to live in it. If they're so against NIL, did you not just see what Utah did? Listen, if I was a kid coming out, I'm going to Utah, okay? I'm going to Utah. 85 scholarship players got 85 brand new trucks now. Now, there's a fine print. It's only your own. It's a lease. One, it's a lease. And two, it's only as long as you're with the team, right? So you can't, like, once you do your 4 years, you can't take the truck with you and, like, you know, live your life or whatever. But hell, I want to ride in a nice Dodge Ram truck for 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Ain't got no, come on, man. Man, Utah doing it up there. Shoot. Yeah, man, I would be up in Utah. If Utah came to me and gave me a scholarship, I'd be right there, pushing the whip, driving listen, you can take a ride in my big green tractor, baby, move slow. Hey, I'd be out there. You know what I'm saying? I'll be listening to some Jason Aldean, you know what I'm saying, Old Dirt Road. I'll be out there. See, I'll be having that country music blasting. Do you hear me? Blasting. I'll be up in Utah living a good life. You know what I'm saying? He said we don't have much to offer, but we got these Ford F-250s. That's a country boy's dream right there. You know, listen, messing with the white boys, it's going to get you. Your truck is not going to come back the same way you got it. It's going to be lifted. It's going to have like 36-inch tires on it. You know what I'm saying? Gonna have that light beam in the back of that joker. Them white boys don't be playing about them trucks. So I'm just saying, man. Listen, if I'm Utah, I'm give me my truck. Okay, give me my truck. I'm out there. Boy, I'll be out there pushing that joker. All O-linemen for to have Utah in the top 5. Listen, they better find them boys. They better absolutely find them boys. But man, that's just the nature. That's like, it's business. It's business, and that's what it comes down to. So, like I said, yeah, I said that it's a lease, and it's only for the amount of time you're on the team. You know what I'm saying? So really, that 80, as long as you ain't crashing that joker, them jokers just gonna roll over to the next year. You pretty much hand your keys to the next kid behind you. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lease. And it's only as good as long as you're on scholarship and if you're with the program. So you can't take it with you. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you can buy it, buy it. But, you know, because you can buy it off the lease. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lease date, and you can buy it off the lease because you get the free maintenance and everything like that. So it's actually pretty good. It's a pretty sweet deal. It's actually a pretty sweet deal. So I'm just saying. I wouldn't be mad at it. I'll give me a truck. Shoot. Yeah, at least with the option to buy. Listen, I'll be out there like, you know, where you know, after the wear and tear of the truck that I didn't have to pay for, that I ain't have to pay for the maintenance about. Give me my truck. Give me my truck. Listen, this is what I really want to talk about. This is what I really want to talk about today. I absolutely love this move, right? Listen. Now, I don't know what his buyout is. I do not know, right? But I like the fact that Clark Atlanta said, we're not fucking around with you, bro. Like, first of all, listen, I watched a few games of Clark Atlanta. They're boring as hell. But for what I was told from some D2 people is that is how Willie Slater is. Like, it's a boring style. Run it some more, right? I like this move. It's like, yo, you're not doing what we expect or wanted to expect or have the expectations to do. Let's just move. Let's just cut ties and let's just go our separate ways, right? So I like this move. I think the school that should be right behind them is Alabama State. Alabama State should be right behind them in firing Eddie Robb, right? And since they like Q so much, go get your boy Chinnisberry from Benedict. That's a win-win. I heard that from a little birdie that told me. Since you like Q so much, you know what I'm saying? Since y'all want to bark and stomp and bark, go get your boy Chinnisberry, who's a Q. Been in the SWAC, worked at Southern, bring him over, Q City. Bam, there you go. There you go. There's a Q for you. But anyway, and I'm going to go back to what Dave said. If they really want to go FCS, because I'm telling you right now, if Clark Atlanta can get to the SWAC, it would be monumental. Absolutely monumental if Clark Atlanta can slide his way into the SWAC, because that market, you want that market, okay? I feel like off the, All Good Men, you want me in that room. You need me in that. Like, that's how Clark Atlanta is for the SWAC. The Atlanta market, not Morehouse. You can keep Morehouse. You can keep Morehouse where it's at. You know what I'm saying? Leave Morehouse where they're at. You want Clark Atlanta, and you want that market, right? Listen, I've seen Valley. I don't give two shits about facilities. Okay? Nah, not doing it. Nah, we not doing that. You're not going to the MEAC. You're coming to the SWAC. We're not doing that. We are not doing that. I'm not going to the MEAC. No. Hell to the nah. Not doing that. Doesn't make any sense it doesn't make any sense for Atlanta to be in the MEAC. Do they have the stand? Who cares? Half of the games don't even get filled up anyway. Why y'all acting like y'all need stands? Y'all don't need none of that. You don't. Okay? The only time you Bama's come out to games is homecomings and classics. Shut up. Shut up. Talking about, do they got stands? Y'all don't even go to games like that. Stop it. Stop. Okay? Stop it. First of all, Clark Atlanta Stadium is damn nice. If you haven't been there, it's nice. I've been there a few times. It's nice. They don't have an away side. They have one side that fits, both sides, right? So you would want them to have an away side, but they don't. The thing for me is this. I like Clark Atlanta stuff. All right. I like Clark Atlanta stuff. I think Clark Atlanta in the SWAC would be absolutely amazing. I don't see the benefit of going to the MEAC. Okay, listen. I'm gonna keep saying this. The MEAC is a football. First of all, it's a basketball brand, but it's a football. Like, the SWAC has the pageantry and the actual caring of like football pageantry. The MEAC just plays football. There's nothing else. There's no razzle, there's no dazzle. It's just football, right? To me, being in Atlanta, you gotta go to the SWAC. You gotta go to the SWAC. You just got to. You got FAM, you got Alabama, it just makes sense. It just makes sense to me, right? So if you're looking to move to the FCS, I got a traditional coach, and then I got a non-traditional coach, right? The traditional coach, the first call I would make is to Tony Coaxum, right? I like what he is building at Bluefield, okay? I like what he's building at Bluefield. I think he could work in Clark Atlanta, right? I'm gonna give. I don't know about all does he have Atlanta roots and all that type of stuff. I don't care about none of that. I just like the way he's built the program at Bluefield from nothing to something, right? And I think Clark Atlanta is at the point to where it's like we need something, right? Now, that's a traditional call. The non-traditional call, and you know me, I'm for all non-traditional stuff. I think you go get Dominique. I think you go get Antonio Cromartie. Now, I would prefer an Atlanta legend. I would prefer Michael Vick. Everybody would prefer Michael Vick. Okay. I don't know if Michael Vick wants to coach college football anyway. I don't know if he would do Division II anyway, right? I don't know that. Blah, 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 blah. But I would take Antonio Cromartie. And you're probably like, Scotty, why would you take Antonio Cromartie? Well, the one reason is he's been around, he's coached a while, and da-da-da-da-da, whatever, whoop-de-whoop. But I know for a fact that Dominique is coming with him. Okay? I'm telling you for a fact, if Antonio Cromartie goes to Clark Atlanta, Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie is coming with him, right? I'm telling you for a fact. So at the end of the day, probably, I'm taking that. That's 2 for 1. That is 2 for 1. I'm taking that, and I'm doing it, right? Because one, Cromartie is okay. Listen, Cromartie. Well, listen, we're not comparing anything to Deion, so let's just take that out. Let's just remove that from the story. Okay, nobody is being compared to Deion. Let's just move that out the story. It's not what we're talking about right now. What we're talking about is an infusion of excitement in the city of Atlanta and to the program. Antonio Cromartie does that. Now, you can say whatever you want. Antonio Cromartie is going to be down for Atlanta, right? If he took a job, listen, look where he's at. St. Augustine University. What the crap is SAU? And he took that job as a defensive analyst, right? So I'm saying, if he's willing to take that type of job, right? Why not go get Antonio Cromartie for Clark Atlanta? Because he's telling you, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with coming out here to D2. I don't need this. I don't need the money. I don't know why he's doing it. He's doing it for some reason. So why not go? I don't care about I don't care about none of that. I'm talking about sports. I don't give two shits. What you talking about? Them Bama's are 0-5. Nobody gives two craps about St. Augustine University when it comes to sports. Stop that. I don't care about I don't care about none of that. Right? My thing is this. If you're looking for a splash hire that is going to infuse the program of Clark Atlanta in the city of Atlanta, go get Antonio Cromartie. Go get Antonio Cromartie at Clark Atlanta. It's very simple. If you're trying to make that move to FCS, why not make it with a celebrity that allows you to transition and probably still keeps it when you move to the SWAC or wherever you want to go, MEAC, SWAC, I don't give two shits, right? I prefer SWAC, but who cares? Then you make that happen. But to me personally, I'll take Antonio Cromartie, and I wouldn't even think twice about it. So it just is what it is. So listen, I don't know for anybody from Clark Atlanta that listens to me. I don't know. I don't give whatever. You need to make a phone call. Just interview Antonio Cromartie, right? Just see if he's interested in the position. Clearly, he's interested in coaching because if you're going to St. Augustine University for football, they already have a head coach. He just joined them like a couple weeks ago, man. What are you talking about? T. Carmichael, right? It just, I don't know if, listen, Dave told me Cam Newton at North Carolina A&T wouldn't work. That would have been, for the state of North Carolina, that would have been absolutely epic. Cam Newton at North Carolina A&T? Well, I don't know what I'm talking about. But I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, we're okay with Vincent Brown. Oh, we're okay with our own. Cam Newton at North Carolina A&T would have been transformational. Okay? There's only a few people that move the needle culturally, right? And I think that's Cam. You got Ray, Vic. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. There's only a certain people that move the needle like that. And Cam Newton at North Carolina A&T, that would have been crazy. Would have been crazy. I'm just saying. So, but nobody want to listen to me. I would have offered that job so quick to Cam Newton. I would have been like Vincent Brown, who? Vincent, this is what I don't understand, right? This is what I don't understand, right? White people get it, but black people don't. And this is, now I got to bring the Deion back into the conversation. This is what white people understand. If with Colorado, right? This is what the white people understand in Colorado. If we don't win, we still win. Because we're going to have fun not winning. But we were already not winning. So at least make it fun to not win. Because, and I keep saying this on Twitter, and people keep misconstruing it however they want to talk. I'm like, Colorado is not paying Deion for championships. That's not what they're paying him for. They're paying him to make them relevant. That's what they paid Deion for, and he's doing a damn good job at it. Because I'll tell you this, if he was at Florida and you lose 2 games, the world is ending. People aren't getting happier. People will be madder, right? Because they don't lose. It's expectations versus reality, right? So if you bring in Cam Newton, even if you were having a bad season with North Carolina A&T, you still get the revenue of the excitement of Cam Newton. That is how this thing works, right? And the problem, and North Carolina A&T is HBCU, is a low resource, but we know they're pretty up there, But I'm just saying, you ride the wave of the Cam Newton train and whatever that might entail. If it's merchandising, if it's media, you know what I'm saying? It's all that. You ride that wave. So the losses that you're okay, can y'all just bear with me for a minute while I go off script just a little bit? I just want y'all to if you're able to, I just want you to close your eyes, right? I just want you to close your eyes, and I want you to imagine the Aggie Eagle Classic with Cam Newton being the head coach. See, that's the stuff you're missing, right? Because those are the part of even if North Carolina A&T would have lost, just the pure atmosphere would have been on ESPN. Just the pure atmosphere. The atmosphere alone would have made ESPN bring something there. ESPN2, Black College Live, whoever and whatever would have been in the building. That's the type of stuff that you're leaning on when you get guys like Antonio Cromartie, Ed Reeds, Cam Newtons. It's you add you put the pageantry, right? And then you sprinkle fairy crack black culture on top of it, and it freaking explodes. Because it don't take much for the flower to bloom because it's already been blooming. But that's what you do. That's why I said Ed Reed at the Florida Classic. If the Florida Classic is already getting 60 to 70,000 people, sprinkle Ed Reed, the culture crack on it, and watch that shit wazoo out the yin yang. And everybody wins. Money coming in everywhere. How do you monetize that? That's what Colorado is doing. Them Bamas is monetizing out the yin yang. We got merchandise on top of merchandise on top of merchandise on top of merchandise. Right? I would have bought a shirt I would have bought a North Carolina A&T Aggie shirt of Cam like this or Cam like this, ripping it open with the Aggie. I'm a freaking genius. I would have already had the campaign in my head. I'm like, yo, we selling t-shirts out the yang of Cam Newton, and he's got Aggie, and he's pulling in come on, man. That's $1 million right there. That's $1 million right there. And they already lead North Carolina in bringing in students. The student population gonna go through the roof again. They gonna get another fine. And Cam Newton gonna be like, we got it. Here, we got that. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. Stop it. It's not checkers, it's chess. And I'm not even saying Cam was interested in the job because I do not know. So this is all speculation by me, right? But what I'm saying is this. At the end of the day, that is how you do business. That is how you do business, because football is a game of inches, and you're going to lose or win regardless, right? You're going to lose or win regardless. That just is what it is. So if you win for 3 to 4 years, that's amazing. If you lose for 4 years, you can lose with a regular. You're losing with Vincent Brown. You're losing with Vincent Brown. Okay, so what's the difference? What's the difference? That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? That's all. That's my little 2 cents. That's why I like hires like this. You know what I'm saying? He said, let me see. He says, Offscript, you think Cam got the admin and booster communication? I know he got the recruiting. Listen, Dave can probably speak more to Cam's personality. I think he's very charismatic. You know what I'm saying? I think he has his faults and his flaws, but he's very charismatic. So, listen, I think he can pull it. I mean, I think he's a tone. I think he's just like a new millennial age Dion, if I'm being honest. I mean, he's not to that level. So please don't. I'm not comparing Cam to Dion in the same. I'm just saying he does in this generation. He has that type of pull, right? He has that type of pull. That's all I'm saying. So I wouldn't, but I'm just saying he just has that type of pull. You know what I'm saying? And I think he could really do some damage. But that's neither here nor there. Like I said, that's all speculation. But I tell you one thing: if Cam Newton ever came to me and said, "Hey, North Carolina AT, I want to coach," I would fire Vincent Brown the next day. I would fire Vincent. I would say, take you and your Grill Master shorts and get the hell out of my program. Cam Newton, come on in here. Guy hit him with the prices right. Come on down. You're the next coach of the Aggies. I would fire that Bama tomorrow. Okay. Take all that William and Mary stuff. Get that shit out of here. We're done with you quickly, man. Yeah. But anyway, back to my original point. Back to my original point is I think Clark Atlanta should definitely give a ring to Antonio Cromartie. I think that would be the biggest injustice if they don't even call Antonio to just ask him, is he interested in the position? Because, like I said, he's not a Cam Newton, he's not a Deion, he's not any of that, but he does have pull, and he is. I mean, listen, man, when you have Antonio Cromartie telling you that you're a DB, that's what I'm saying. It's like you can say whatever. Antonio Cromartie was that ninja. I don't know if a lot of you, because I know a lot of people's parents remember. I remember Antonio Cromartie, number 31. I remember at the Jets. I remember with the Chargers. Antonio Cromartie was that guy. Okay, so if Antonio Cromartie is teaching you defense, if Antonio Cromartie is your DB coach or your head coach, and he's telling you, yo, you got it. You got the talent to go NFL. You got this. You got that. You know what I'm saying? You got the measurables. You got this. You got that. You know what I'm saying? To me, he just. Listen, please just listen. Please just hear me when I say this. Hear my words. Hear my words. I disagree. And the reason I disagree because, one, he's at a lower level, right? He's at a lower level, so you can get them top level FCS kids or some FBS throwbacks or whatever, or you can get some of those kids. So at that lower level, you can maneuver some stuff to get some high level talent that falls to your lap at D2. That's number one. Number two, to me, Antonio Cromartie is just a little bit more popular than Eddie George. Eddie George is an old dude that don't have a lot of flair and flash. Antonio Cromartie, his name, him and his brother, because I'm telling you, his brother coming with him too. Dominique is going to come with him. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like they got a little bit more swagger and style, and they could really recruit. Eddie George didn't have much of a personality to me. I think the Cromarties do. So you're going to get more kids wanting to play for them. But once again, at that D2 level, it's real iffy. It's real iffy. But I do think him being at a lower level would help his recruiting because I think he could find some gems. I think listen, man, kids don't want to play D2. D2 is always a situation to where it's like, I had to go, right? Because everybody wants to be D1. So that's the stigma you got to get over with recruiting Division II products and Division II kids, is that you have to get over that. That's facts. Now, if I was Clark Atlanta, I would definitely tell him any kid that he has can get a free scholarship at Clark Atlanta. That's how I would get him. I'm just saying that's how I would get him. You know what I'm saying? So, would you pitch CAU to recruits as a feeder system to the upper levels? I would pitch it any way I could to get kids there. I don't give a what I got. Listen, I'm recruiting, okay? I'm going to tell them, hey, you play well here. You go to FAM. I'll tell you whatever you want to hear. I just need you in the building, okay? I just need you in the building. Sign on the LOI, get your ass in the building, and then you know what I'm saying? So, but I would do it. I would give them a call. Now I'll tell you this. Word on the street is that they're gonna talk to Michael Vick. If Michael say this. If Michael Vick goes to Clark Atlanta, I'm not missing a game. I'm just gonna be honest with you. If Michael Vick decides to coach Division II football at Clark Atlanta, I'm not missing a game. I'm not. I don't think anybody in the state of Atlanta is going to miss a game. It's going to be like, that is going to be the real black family. That's going to be like America's black team. It's like America's black little team, little brother. Like Colorado is like cool because they got the cookout pass. Clark Atlanta is going to be like the Falcons Part 2. And they got the same colors. I'm not missing a game. First of all, I'm buying a number 7 just because. right? And if he can open up that pipeline from Arthur Blank to Clark Atlanta, woo! Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm telling you, I am in the building. Do you hear me? I'm there every game. I don't give what's going on in this swag. I'm at Clark. Where are you at? I'm at Clark. It's gonna be the hottest ticket in Atlanta. It's gonna be the hottest ticket in Atlanta. Celebrities gonna be there. Everybody gonna be. It's Clark Atlanta. It's Vic. If they suck, I'm gonna flip. If they suck, but it's still Vic though, man. It's Vic. It's Vic. It's Michael Vick, man. You know, like the Vic experience. Like, come on, man. Like, who didn't have those cleats growing up? It's Michael Vick. Now that would you talking about somebody you wouldn't want to see in the swag? The MEAC wouldn't have a chance. The MEAC. Now Morgan State might because of the defense that Damon Wilson is bringing. But Clark Atlanta come D1, and that market come with it with Vic. Shh. I'm in the building. It's Clark Atlanta. What? That's gonna be epic. Absolutely epic. It'll be epic. It'll be absolutely epic, man. Absolutely. But but does Vic really rock with Blank though? That's a good question. I don't know. That's why I said if he can. That's why I said if he can open up, that pathway. If he can open up that pathway, then you can see how that works. All right, but all right, that's my loser. All right, last thing, guys. I took some time and I tried to do the best I can. Listen, man, I'm not Blue. Okay, I'm just tell y'all right now. Blue be out here making All-Americans for like 72 different divisions. Okay, that's not me. I did my little research. I took my little time. You know what I'm saying? Did my little digging and stuff like that. And this is what I got. This is my, listen, once again, let me blow myself up. This is my HBCU team. This is the team that I would build, right? This is me. Some of this is personal opinion. Some of this is like stat based, but some of this is like from the players I've seen, the games I've watched. I'm like, all right, I like this going, okay. Some of it, right? Some of it has a mixture of Pro Football Focus and my opinion. So Pro Football Focus is a little, I don't understand how they be grading Bama's. I'm gonna have to do some research on that because some of that stuff I do not agree with. But you know what I'm saying? I'm not much of an analytics guy. So I'm gonna just be honest with you on that. I'm not much of an analytics guy. Sometimes I think you just gotta have the eye test. And some players do, some players have it, some players don't. But here we go. All right, don't listen. My opinion. All right. Offense. Now, this is my opinion. Right? This is my first team HBCU team, right? So, gotta go Miles Crawley at quarterback. I could have went Quentin Williams. I could have went Christopher Zealous. I like Miles because he doesn't turn the ball over that much and still gives you the big playability, right? Running back. I love Elijah Burris from Hampton. The kid is freaking special. Okay? I absolutely love Elijah Burris, right? Listen, I ain't got time to be picking out offensive linemen, guards. I ain't got time for all that. I just picked a unit. So I just picked a unit, right? Running back 2, got to have Irv Mulligan, right? Got to have Irv. Listen, like I said, my opinion, right? My opinion. Wide receiver number 1, Keyshawn Johnson. That was easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, like Keyshawn Johnson. Wide receiver number 2, Montario Hunt. Wide receiver number 3, Antonio Jones, number 19 from Grambling. And wide receiver number 4, number 10, Lyndon Rash from Grambling. Those are my guys. Those are the guys I'm rocking with. I don't think nobody effing with me with the receivers, right? Tight end, Gents Riley. Like, listen, I don't think Jackson State is using Gents right. The kid is a 6'4", 6'5" matchup nightmare. He is a matchup nightmare, and I'm so sick and tired of seeing his hand in the ground. He is a stand-up. He is he could be a Travis Kelce. He could be an Algie Crumpler. He could be Jimmy Graham. That's the style of football that Gents Riley should be playing in the SWAC. They're not using him right. It pisses me off every time I see it. O-line as a unit in CCU, it's not even a question, right? Not even a question. Them boys is big no homo, right? Defense. All right. Linebacker, got to go Isaiah Major, number 0, right? Linebacker got to go Bubba as well. Nah, Rico Powers ain't fucking with them guys. Rico Powers is nice for Jackson, right? That's a good one. That's a good one, Paris. That's a good one, especially that left tackle they got with the African name. That's a good one. I definitely could have went Howard on that one. That's a good one, Paris. I'll give you that one. Defensive tackle, Devontae Davis. D-tackle, General Hunt. Anthony Dunn is the highest. I knew you was gonna come in here with some BJ Turner. I knew you. Listen, man. I'm gonna have to see more. I'm gonna have to see more of him. Anthony Dunn. Listen, from what I've seen on Pro Football Focus, he's the highest rated defensive end in all of HBCU football at this point. That's what I saw. So, Taj Brown. Listen, man. You're third in you know why you're third in tackles? Because you can't sustain drives. So when my defense has to be on the field a lot and we suck, that's why you're third in freaking tackles. Now 19 tackles is damn good. I ain't even gonna hold you on that. 19 tackles is damn good in the game. But you're on the field damn near freaking 60% of the game. Please and thank you, Blue. Please and thank you. Listen, bro. You know me. I don't be watching the old lineman like that, man. I'm like, the Bama snapped the ball. Okay, the Bama snapped the ball. There you go. All right, Anthony Dunn and Taj Brown at my DNs. Both of them boys bad. Now, had to go to the MEAC to get some defensive backs because the SWAC is slacking this year. I ain't even gonna hold you. Jordan Tolles from Morgan State and Javion Morton from Morgan State, them boys is bad, okay? Them some bad boys. Kenny Gallup from Howard, them some bad boys. Jordan Carter from Southern, love that kid. And Teron Mallory from Norfolk State, had to mix up a little bit of film, a little bit of Pro Football Focus. You know what I'm saying? He's really high. He's really highly rated, but these are my defensive guys. So that is my HBCU All-Star team. You know what I'm saying? I got a 4-2-5 going. And then I got, I got 4 receivers, 1 tight end. I really want, if I'm being honest, I really didn't want to put Irv Mulligan there. I was going to put Kenji Christian. That's real. Okay. It was a really hard choice for me. I like Kenji Christian a lot. I was writing it and I was like, let me put Irv Mulligan in here. But if I went with my first choice, Kenji Christian would have been my running back number 2. I really like Kenji Christian. I think he's an absolute stud. I ain't picking away from D2. I barely wanted to. Come on, man. Come on, bro. I'm not picking away from D2. Now, the only player that I know for a fact that I would have put is Antonio Meeks. Antonio Meeks from Tuskegee. Oh yeah, I'm taking him all day. I'll probably sub Antonio Meeks out with Antonio Jones. That's the only player that I would literally just like, yeah, you could play on my team. But other than that, no, I'm not doing that. Chance Williams, I think Chance and Chalk are nice. They are. They're really good. right? But I just like Elijah Burrs. I just like Elijah Burrs. I like his game, right? Chance, okay. This is my personal preference when it comes to running backs. I like boom bop, right? So what Chalk does, that gravitates towards me. Like I like boom bop running backs, right? So guys that can they can make you miss in a hole, or they can jump stop, go here, go that. Chance isn't great at it, but he's really good. He gives you a really good dead leg, right? He'll give you a good dead leg, and he got the speed to get outside. Chalk is the one that gets you with the whoop, whoop. I love running backs. Like I think I'm that guy when it comes to running backs. So they got both of them, but I like a blend of that, right? The reason I like Kenji Christian is for a team that relies on him heavily, he produces really well, right? Because they don't really have anything outside of Kenji Christian, if I'm being honest, other than the freshman quarterback, and he just produces really well. And he doesn't look like he's running fast, but he gets by people. I don't understand. Like he just glides. So I don't know. I really like, and he's a big back. I think he looks about 6 foot, maybe 6'1". You know what I'm saying? So, but the rest of these guys, yeah, it's not much. Y'all ain't really messing with me on these other guys, but I'm telling you, if I'm a Jackson State fan, I really do not like the way they use gents. It just doesn't make sense to me. If you have a quarterback that has a problem, seeing stuff, like getting it to the tight end is probably your best bet, and having like 6'4", 6'5" Gents Riley on your team and not using them is just absolutely, erratic to me. This is dumb. It's just absolutely stupid. Yeah, he's a big back, and he glides. Yeah, man, he glides. For being 6'2", 210, he glides, and I absolutely love it. So it just is what it is, man. It just absolutely is what it is. So that's my team. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wanted to put Kendall Bowler on this list, but then when I saw Pro Football Focus his Pro Football Focus grade is just absolutely atrocious, and that hurt my heart. I was like, damn. I mean, I saw him get murdered by Keyshawn Johnson. Like Keyshawn Johnson was killing Kendall, and I was like, damn, that's my guy. I like Kendall. You know what I'm saying? So that was a little tough. And if I'm being honest, got to give credit where credit is due. Mikey Victor is probably one of the top 5 highest rated DBs in HBCU football. He's probably like top 2, top 3. So got to put respect on his name. When I watch his game, like that's why I said like I had to do some tape with it too. Like when I watch it, it doesn't look top 2, top 3-ish to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? But Pro Football, that's why I said I gotta see how people rate, how they're ranking this thing, because I don't understand it. I really don't. But you know, he's rated really, really high. Like these are like in the 8, I think it's like 81, like 81 or 82, something like that, something crazy like that. But you gotta give him credit. Gotta give credit where credit is due. So it is what it is. But listen, they hit a home run. FAMU hit a home run with that Anthony Dunn kid, because that kid is, his Pro Football Focus grade is through the roof. I think he's like an 83 or 84 as a defensive end. And this is the part about Pro Football Focus that don't make sense to me. They got Sundada Anderson rated like an 81, and I'm like, what game are they watching? I need to know what games they watching. I need to know how they grade this thing out, because Sundada Anderson has been looking beyond average. His best game was against Prairie View, and it was like the last 4 to 5 minutes of the game where he actually looked like the old Sundada Anderson. So I don't know what Pro Football Focus is looking at, because if you look at the tape don't say that. I'm going to be honest with you. The tape does not say that kid is ranked that, because he has just not looked at. But hey, that's what Pro Football Focus is for, I guess. But hey, man, listen, that's been my time, guys. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Listen, trying to get a film Friday, maybe. Don't hold me to it. I'm trying to do something, but you already know watch parties coming this weekend. FAMU Southern, Alabama A&M Jackson. Probably trying to do a Benedict and Miles as well, if I can get that one as well. So listen, until next time, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to holler. God bless.